Hi everyone. Well, here today I'm standing on a beach on the river Danube. Quite funny really when you think about it, a beach on a river. And I'm gonna have to put my sunglasses on because the sun is very bright. Whilst the temperature is low, the sun is bright. So forgive me for putting my sunglasses on. Yesterday, I spent an amazing day with my daughter and her boyfriend. And we went to Bosnia to take advantage of, let's say, entrepreneurship. And last night I was deep in sleep and woken with some dreams about children. And another message from a dear soul sister of mine this morning about children. What's our purpose? What's our mission? What's our role in this whole awakening process? What's our responsibility? And yesterday I connected with a wonderful soul from the US, from America. How she reached me was by some course of action from previous work that I've done, utilizing Om Times Radio. And we had a very deep and meaningful conversation about life, the universe, breaking templates. And we were talking about, let's say, spiritual journey, twin soul journey, and all that is really. And I was in awe by her really crystal clear view of life, what she's been doing through her 23 years on this planet as a young woman, what she's experienced. And I'm not going to go into personal or intimate details about this, but it made me realize, and again it was a confirmation of how the younger generations, those in their 20s, are really awake and really would like to see change in this planet. And throughout their lives they've been subjected to whatever they've been subjected to. And they realize that beyond fear is love. And they realize also that they need to break these chains that keep them from expressing themselves, from living their own true life purpose, their own soul journey. And I also look at the young, really young generations, those that are, let's say, between 5 and teenage years. These beautiful young souls are living their lives. They're living their lives freely. They're expressing themselves through creativity and through their actions. But they're not too fazed about the system, the education system that they're entrenched in. They're expressing themselves freely. And parents really are allowing their children to express themselves in a creative way. One of the things I realize, let's say, my role as Dean, who I am today, who I am in this lifetime, is to experience all of these things that I've experienced, the trauma, the education system, the governmental system, the religious system, the belief system, the parental system, and how really it is not for our highest good. It's a template, it's programming, it's crystal clear that it's a system that wants to control man. And commerce has also jumped on the back of that. Facebook, Twitter, all of these things are tools, but they're tools to drive you to consume. They're tools to drive you to communicate, but predominantly they're there to consume because this is how they make their money. They make their money from advertising. They make their money from you clicking a link or you believing something. This is how they make their revenue. They're not there to serve humanity. They're not there to serve the highest good of man. They're there to make money. We utilize these tools as a means of communication. And I have a bee flying around my head now. And away you go. They use these tools to trap us. And more these days, we're seeing that if it's on Facebook, or if it's on social media, or if it's on a news stream, it's got to be true. And that's as far away from the truth as you want it to be. Our truth is from within. Our truth is our own thoughts and our own processes and our own actions. When we follow others, we become a sheep. And those that are promoting the others that are promoting are the shepherds. But there are many shepherds that are leading their lambs to slaughter. And there are many shepherds leading their lambs to light. Shepherds teach shepherds. They pass their knowledge and wisdom down the line. They share it with others to promote this shepherdism, if this word just exists. And going back to the children, I know what I've learned in the last 50 years of my life. What I've learned in a deeper sense of the last 2 years of my life has been incredible. And my role, I believe, right here and right now, is to try and re-educate my children into a new way of thinking, into a new philosophy of life, that life is a philosophy, that life is full of beauty, joy, and peace. And through this peace, we create our own self. We create our own being. We are at one with ourself. And as with anything that we've learned and we've installed in our children as this is the way it is, and today we realize that really this isn't the way it is. It's freedom of expression. It's freedom to love without these constraints and without these boxes that social media, life, man has taught us. And what I find now is that, and I have been trying for the last year or so, is to particularly re-educate my teenage daughters into a new platform, into a new, not platform, platform's the wrong word, into an openness, into transparency, into exposing the truth about who they are and the truth about the systems that control them. And I've always tried to promote this freedom of expression, freedom to decide what is important, what's important for their hearts and souls on their journey through life. We that are awakened and living in a place of oneness, our responsibility, apart from to ourselves, is to really show children that they are free spirits, that they don't have to comply with what we believed was a way of living. And our children also are going through this shock of our own transformation. And it's hard for them to decipher what their parents are and who they are today. And this leads me to a conversation that I had with my youngest daughter a few days ago. She said, "Dad, I don't know you anymore." And I said, "Wow." And I said, "This is because I've changed. I've changed my whole view and perspective on life. And I'm inviting you and I'm asking you to stop planning your life. Stop predetermining what you want to do, because this only leads to disappointment. This only leads to upset. This only leads to internal stresses and anxieties. And please Be a child. As a child, I never had that. I explored my own freedom and I broke all the rules. I was a rebel without a cause. And I was punished for that. There's no reason to be punished for exploring your own boundaries and your own borders and your own freedom and your own sense of being. Because our children are the future. And what we, as twin flames, as developed souls, as advanced souls, as whatever label you want to associate with it, if we realize and we recognize the journey that we've been on is to take us to a place of oneness, peace, calm, tranquility, and more importantly, love, our role is to share that with our children and to try and break the template that we have installed on them and break the template that we believed was true. And we can do this through love, through support, through reminding, through looking at their own desires and promoting their own desires and encouraging them to explore their own soul calling, their own wishes and intentions, but without the planning of their lives. And the education system today is a generic system. You must follow this curriculum because this is how it is. Well, it's not how it is. History is being rewritten over and over and over again to serve the purpose of man. And what we're educating our children today is not something that's real. It's not something that's tangible. It's not something that they can grasp. The system is antiquated. The system is false. So our role as parents, our role as twins, is to touch the hearts and souls of our children and our children's children. I'm a stepfather to two beautiful children, adults now, who have their own child. And I refer to that child as my grandson. I'm not connected biologically, but I refer to that child as my grandson. Why? Because that's who I am in their life. I've never met him. He's a baby. He's a toddler. But I know that the experience that I tried to share with my stepdaughter was one of expansion, one of progression, and one of achieving your own highest purpose. I believe this has been transmitted to her child. Now I have a role of trying to re-educate my own children, particularly my middle teenage daughter, into a new way of openness. Forget everything that you've learned, my youngest daughter, and believe in yourself. I'm going to be here to support you. I'm going to be here to help you, and I'm going to be here to guide you. And please express this love and this passion to the other children that you're around. And this again is a transmission of love, of freedom, of expression, of empathy, of compassion. And this is multiplicity. As we re-educate our children, as we really show our highest calling is about love and not materialistic things, they will in turn absorb this and realize and recognize this, and they will in turn transmit this to others that are around them. And through that, we are sharing love and positive energy with the younger generations. Once the younger generations get to grips with this whole new thought process and this whole way of thinking, they are just going to feel so much better. They see us in a better place. They see us in a different light. They see us loving in a way that we've never loved before. And this is our role. Re-educating, giving our children love and light. Because as adults, traditionally, as we grow older, our children are leaving home. They're growing, they're leaving home. They have their own traits, their own characteristics, their own lifestyle. But we always tend to bring it back in line with what we experienced and what we enjoyed or what we didn't enjoy as children. Instead, we should be promoting this freedom. Within boundaries, setting boundaries, yes, but promoting this freedom of choice. Freedom to explore everything that you are in a way that expresses your true soul purpose. And I know another dear soul brother of mine, David Mills, is promoting a new way of education. This is the way it needs to be. There are many promoting the education system as antiquated. It is. I didn't buy into the education system. I rejected it. I got my degrees from the University of Life, and this is the way it should be. Allow our children to enjoy and share the knowledge and wisdom that we have gleaned and what we have realized is the truth of humanity today, and not allow them, or not allow is the wrong word, not encourage them to buy in to what society says is the norm. Our job is to teach what we know as true. Our job is to teach and share this wisdom and knowledge, to encourage them to break and buck the system. Because the system is the dysfunctionality within society today. Nothing more, nothing less. We are love. We need to find this love within. We strive to find love externally every day. But that love, that nucleus of love, is within each and every one of us. And it's our role and our responsibility to share that with others. But it's predominantly to share that with the younger generation so that they can see that we support their breaking of all of the chains that bind them. Allow our children to express their desire and their creativity to do something different, because it's through difference and through change that we can break the chains that hold us to the ground. The chains that are installed over generations after generation after generation that we believed were true and we believed that exist to serve us well, but today we realize and recognize that it no longer serves us. We are the ones that will serve ourselves, and it's up to us to share that with our children in a way that they can understand it and in a way that promotes love and light. That's my take on everything. That's my take on what I've experienced in the last 24 to 48 hours. I'm in an amazing place energetically, and I haven't been by the river for maybe 2 weeks. But there is so much wonder that we haven't explored, and it's here, right at the tips of our fingers. We need to be giving back to Mother Nature, absorbing what Mother Nature gives us, the wonders and the joys and the experience of nature. She will nurture us. She will provide us with warmth, love, without condition. And we then in turn reciprocate that in a way that it touches our children, and from our children it will go to other children. I trust this resonates, and I thank those beautiful souls that are here to help and support and guide me, and for those that I help and support and guide also. More importantly, I'm grateful for this wonderful experience of being part of the change on this planet. I love you. I wish you a pleasant weekend, day, night, whatever time of day you're watching this video. And send my love to you from my home to your home. Namaste.